Hi, hello, this is Saravanan from FESQUARE. I know it's a very tough time for all of us, especially if you're an entrepreneur. Then I know exactly what you're going through. You will have a lot of panics because of Corona, the impact of Corona. All the business have been shut down throughout the world. Most of the businesses have been shut down. Even in India, there's a shutdown for 21 days. For the next 21 days, it's going to be very tough for entrepreneurs and business owners. So this video is extremely and only dedicated for entrepreneurs, what you should exactly do at this time of Corona and how you can overcome the impact of Corona. So watch this video very carefully. If you're at home, please grab a note and pen, because in this video I'm going to exactly pinpoint and what are the things you have to do, so you can make a note of it, and later on, once after this video, once you watch this video, you can do the exercise which I'm going to say to you now. So let's quickly move to the topic. At first, the number one thing you have to do is calculate your total payments and expense for the month of March, for the month of April 2020 and May 2020. Because though the government says it's a shutdown for 21 days, my guess is it will anywhere take between 30 to 45 days to overcome this Corona impact. And so we have to calculate your total payments and expense for at least 2 months, for April 2020 and May 2020. The first thing you have to calculate is salary to your employees. So if you have a small businesses, then you have 1 or 2 employees, but if you are a medium scale, you will have 20 to 30. If you are a big scale, we have more than 100 and 200 employees. So calculate all the salaries which you have to pay for the month of April and May. The second thing, calculate the rent you have to pay to your landlord or to your office building. So calculate the rent for the April and May 2020. Number third thing, pending payments. If you're operating as a retailer, then your pending payments to the wholesaler, or if you're a wholesaler, your pending payments to your manufacturer. If you're a manufacturer, your pending payments to your raw material suppliers. So you calculate all that. If you're operating in a service industry, then you don't need to worry about pending payments to your suppliers, because you will have only trade receivables from your client, not trade payables. So next, you have to calculate the interest and EMI which you have to pay to your bank every month. So most of the business will somehow borrow money from the bank. So most of the business will have EMI each month. So calculate the EMI and the interest you have to pay to the bank every month. Then finally, GST tax and income tax. So calculate how much GST you have to pay for the previous month. Then income tax for the quarter, because anyway the year is ending with March 31st, so calculate that. Then finally, other expenses. This you can easily manage, but still you please take into account, like phone and internet and other expenses which happens in a day-to-day activities. So you calculate all these expenses on one side. The second thing you have to do is calculate the amount of money which you have in your hand at present. For example, at first calculate the total amount of money you have in your business account, then calculate the total amount of money you have in your personal account, then calculate the total amount of money which you have which is left over in your overdraft account. Most businesses will have OD, so calculate the amount of money which you can utilize in overdraft account. Then if you're in a service business, then you will have trade receivables from your clients, so calculate trade receivables. Then finally money which you have in your cash or money which you have stored somewhere, so calculate all that on the right side. So now you have got the expenses for the April and May 2020, and now we got the total amount of money or resources you have in your hand. So now you can tally the total expenses with the total amount of money which you have. If you have more money in your hand for managing the next 2 month expenses, then it's cool for you. You don't need to worry much about the impact of Corona. Anyway, after 2 months your business will get going, easily overcome the impact of Corona. But if you're like most of the businesses, if you're a startup or if you're rapidly expanding your business, then definitely most people will not have enough money in their hand, because they'll be investing all their money in their business or in their expansion or in their new hiring and salary. So if you're most of the business, around 60 to 70% of all business in America, fact says that mostly 60 to 70% of all companies in America will not have enough money to withstand for the next 2 or 3 month expenses. So if it's the case with America, then think of India. Then definitely if you come short of money supply, for example, if you're a small business, for your monthly expenses around 50,000, your small store 50,000, then 2 months you have 1 lakh. The money which you have in your hand is around just 40,000 or 60,000. You get short of money. Or if you're in a medium scale business, your monthly expenses around 5 to 10 lakhs. Then 2 months it will come around 10 to 20 lakhs. The money which you have in your hand is around 7 to 8 lakhs. Then you will again get short of money. If you're in a big business where your monthly expenses is more than 50 lakhs, 2 months it touches 1 crore. If you have only 30 to 40 lakhs in all your account along with overdraft, then definitely you have to do something to withstand the next 2 months. For that, I'll give you an exercise what you can do. Now you got short of money supply after calculating the total expenses and the total amount of money you have in your hand. If you get short of money supply, what you have to do is you have to take your phone, you have to take your laptop, then you have to start communicating. At first, you have to communicate with your employees. Try to talk to your employees in mail or WhatsApp group, and exactly say them that, hey, look, this is what we are going through, and this is what our total monthly expenses for the next 2 months, and this is what we have. If you can't directly say to them, at least say to them in a better way that our company is short of money, or we are short of resources, so this is what we can pay, but I will not let you down, but I cannot pay you the full salary, but I can pay you this amount of money for the next 2 months. Maybe once the business get going after 2 months, I'll pay your remaining salary. So say to them like that if they're your permanent staff, or please try not to cut down your employees. Most business in America is cutting down employees like anything, like crazy. So most people are now losing jobs, so it's going to affect the economy in a very, very, very bad way. So try not to cut down the employees, but instead talk to them that I'm caring so much for them. So I want to somehow pay you the salary, though I can't pay you the full salary, but I can pay you this amount of money for the next 2 months, and later on once the business picks up, I'll pay you the full amount. Next, talk with your landlord, whether they accept or not accept. Don't think about that. Your duty is to give a proposal and state what you're going through to them. So talk to your landlord, say him that this is what the rent for the next 2 months, so this is what I have, and give me some time or give me some reduction in rent. So mail to them or pick up your phone and call him and directly say this. So definitely there's a chance for you getting a reduction or time from your landlord. Next, talk with your suppliers and vendors. It's very easy to do. Most suppliers and vendors understand business is very much like you, so they will definitely understand that if your shops or if your stores are shut down or if your business is shut down, then definitely you will not be able to pay your suppliers. Then talk to them and ask them to give some extra time. So that's the third thing you have to do. Then talk with your banking person or lender. This case, if you have an interest in EMI to the bank, then definitely you can't avoid payment to the banks, because it will anyway affect CIBIL score. Your landlord may accept, your employees may accept, even your suppliers may accept, but banking, it's an automatic process. If you don't pay every month, then your CIBIL score get badly affected. So talk to your lender, is there any chance, or look for the government if they're offering any interest reduction or payment reduction to the bank. Wait for that. If there is no reduction, then you have to somehow pay the bank to maintain your CIBIL score. But try talking with your lender. That's the case. That is, in some case they may accept with some other new ways. So talk to your lender. If you're borrowed from a private lender, then no worry. If you're borrowed from a bank, then definitely have to pay to maintain your CIBIL score. Or if you affect the CIBIL score, then it will later on affect your eligibility, loan eligibility. So be careful with that. Then finally, taxes to the government, GST and income tax. That's you no need to worry about, because the government has postponed the GST tax returns and postponed the filing of income tax return. So in this case, you don't need to worry much about. So this is what the exercise you have to do. First, you are going to calculate all the expenses. Next, you have to calculate all the amount of money which you have in your hand, or the resources which you have in your hand. Then finally, when you get short of money, if you are not getting short of money, then absolutely cool for you. You can overcome the impact of Corona. But if you are getting short of money, like most of the companies, then definitely pick up your phone, pick up your laptop, and mail them that this is what we are going through. This is what we have. Please give us a reduction, or please give us a time. Who knows? Definitely there's a chance for your employees to accept, there's a chance for your landlords to accept, there's a chance for your suppliers and vendors, manufacturers to accept. Or if you're in a service industry, then if you have a lot of trade receivables, talk to your clients that I need some sort of money to pay my rents and salaries. So push your clients to get your trade receivables. So somehow we have to do all this exercise to get some sort of hope, some sort of light around the corner. Please, after this video, take a note and pen, do all the things which I said now. If you finish doing all this, then definitely I promise you all your panics will pass away, and you will see a hope of light, a light of hope somewhere around the corner. So definitely please do this exercise, so that all your panics pass away and you will get hope, and you can successfully overcome the impact of Corona in 45 days to 60 days of time. So I don't want to leave this video without saying a positive note at the end. Hey, look, I'm talking to you. Look, not somewhere here and there. I'm talking to you. Look at me directly. You are an entrepreneur. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur and a business owner, then you are not a common man. You are not a common people, because you have taken so much of risk in your life. You have pledged all your time, you have pledged all your effort, you have pledged all your money, you have pledged your family to run this business. You have taken so much of risk, and you have given so much of effort to bring this business, to develop this business. So in this tough time, you'd have a strong mentality to overcome this tough time. Please don't give up, because in China, after 3 months of Corona impact, around 30% of the businesses have gone out, or they have filed for bankruptcy. So I want you not to give up even if it is prolonged for the next 3 months. You're an entrepreneur, have that in mind. And that's a positive quote that most of the leader emerge or arise in the tough times. So it's very tough time for all of us, but you're an entrepreneur, have that in mind. Emerge as a big leader. Talk to your team, talk to your employee, give them the positivity, give them the hope. Talk to your parents, talk to your wife and kids. All have to trust you because you're an entrepreneur and you should have a leadership skill. Your wife should trust you, have a hope on you. Your employees should trust you, your team should trust you, your dad and mom should trust you. So emerge as a leader, don't give up, try all the possible way to overcome this impact. Anyway, the business is going to get very tougher even after Corona because the economy is already struggling and the Corona effect will be lasting over for the next 1 year to 1.5 year time. So you have to give all the effort to withstand the next 1 year, 1.5 year time. So you're not an ordinary man, you're not a common man, you're an entrepreneur, you're an odd man out. So have that in mind, have a lot of positivity and keep going. Definitely you will overcome the impact of Corona and you will be very successful in the future. I have gone through a bad time when I have a Kaja cyclone in our hometown. So same like this, I'm feeling this situation as well. So please have a hope and don't give up. Have a lot of positivity and I wish you all success in the future. If you have any doubts and queries, please comment in the bottom. I'll be very happy to reply to you. Thanks for watching. With this sign off from here is Saravanan from FESQUARE. See you in my next video. Until then, have a good care. Bye bye.